Hi, hello, evening. Good evening, everyone, to all parents and students. Okay, welcome to tonight's second session of our PSLE Strategic Revision series. All right. So tonight, we have three teachers, right, including myself. So I'm a teacher James, and together with me we'll have teacher Emily and teacher Michael. All right. So for tonight's session, I hope everyone have downloaded your material. And for those of you who actually have a chance to actually look through the material, you'll find that actually tonight there are a couple of fairly tricky questions that we're prepared for you. So later we'll be going through and to help everyone to learn. Okay. Now, for those of you who had a chance to actually go through and try some of the questions, you will find that if there's any question that you're not too clear and a bit stuck, okay, not to worry. Later as we go through, right, please do feel free to actually interact with us and go through and work together with us. Okay. And later on, also there will be, okay, I will strongly encourage everyone to do the question with us for those of you who have not had a chance to try them. Okay. Like I said in the last session, right? We want you to learn, and the best way to learn is you try. Okay. Whether you get it correct or not correct, it's not the most important thing. Okay. Most important thing is to learn the correct method and the approach. Okay. To also the technique to analyze the question and pick up information that will help you to solve. Okay. Now I'm going to share my screen, okay, so that everyone can see the first set of questions. Okay. Yeah, Michael, you can see my screen?
Yes, can.
Okay. Yeah, right. Thanks. All right. So everyone, you should have this set of material with you. All right. So it says section number 2. Okay, let's take a look at the first question together. Okay, now, like I always say in the previous seminar as well, okay, for math question, especially all these kind of long answer question, right, open-ended, do always don't rush into doing the question, right? Always spend a bit of time to read through and analyze and pick up information, okay, which is going to be helpful for you. There will always be hint given in the question. Okay, sometimes you're stuck at a certain question. It's just simply because you didn't quite able to interpret what that hint is trying to tell you. Okay, so I think equally important, what we want to learn the technique of solving, I think it's equally important that you also learn the technique of analyzing the question and pick up hint that will actually give you an idea of how to use the correct approach to solve. Okay, now let's look at this first question. Okay, at this arcade, right, Jack and Ben receive token each day. So Jack received 15 more token. Okay, so I think we should note down, okay, Jack received 15 more, right? Okay, you can underline or you can actually annotate in your own way. Now, okay, 15 more token than Ben. But Jack used 9 fewer token. Okay, 9 fewer token than Ben each day. And the rest of the token, what do? They just keep it, right? They keep the remaining token. So you will see that after a while, after some days, each one of them will accumulate a certain number of tokens. So in the case for Jack, he would have actually accumulated about 240 tokens, whereas Ben had 120. Okay. So the assumption here is that every day they kept the same number of tokens. Okay. So for the first question, right, based on this information, okay, we want to know how many days were there, right? So that means every day they gain some number of this token. So over a period of time, they will have gained a certain sizable number, right? So in this case, how many days were involved here, right? Such that Jack had kept 240 while Ben would have kept 120. Okay, so this is the first question. Now, I would like everyone to encourage everyone to give this a try, especially those of you who may not have the chance to attempt the question yet. Okay, we can do it together. Okay, so please give it a try. Okay, I will give you some time to look at it and try. So those of you who are ready with your answer, always type into the chat, right? So that I can know how well you are doing. Okay, and whether anything from the answer we will be able to tell, right? Whether is many of you struggling or actually most of you are able to do this. Okay, so everyone, I encourage you to just try. Okay. Hmm. Some of you have already attempted, I believe. So I see some answer coming in. Okay, there are two parts to it. So maybe we can look at the first part first. Okay, first part, let's see. Some of you say is answer is 5. Okay. Some of you say that is 6. I also got some people give me answer is 8. Okay. There's also answer for part A is 20. Hmm. Okay. So looks like we do have a range of answer coming in. Okay. There's a few of you gave answer as 8 and 5 as well for your part A. Okay. Some put question mark. Okay. I suppose you're not too sure how to do it. Okay. I also got 48 as well. Part A. And also 40. Okay. Some of you got 40. Some got bigger number. Okay. And I see 6. Okay. 6 appear again. Okay. Let me see if there's others who have managed to try. Okay, tonight, likewise, we have quite a big crowd as well. And I do see quite a number of familiar names. So, welcome. Okay, good to see all of you all who continue to join us again, right, in this second session. And I also see some new names as well. So, welcome. Right, for those of you who just joined us for this second session. Okay, good to see all of you all here. Okay, I hope everyone will have a fruitful session tonight, right, in terms of learning and going through all the questions together with us. Okay, okay, okay. It looks like a number of y'all have. Okay, there are a few numbers that came in quite consistently. I got 5, I got 6, I got 40, 48, as well as. Okay, now I have some new number. I got those who part A, they say what, 10, is it? Okay, so y'all got 10. And also 6, yeah, I think 6 have appeared quite a number of times as well. Okay. Okay, very much. Okay, thank you very much for all the very active, yes, for all the very active participation. Okay, tonight we have a very big crowd. Okay, just like the previous week. Okay, so many of you all are here. So yeah, thank you very much for all the contribution of your answer from the chat. Okay, yeah, I'm very happy to see many of you are trying. Okay, okay, well done. Good job. Okay, I think that's the very first important first step, right? At least you have tried. Okay, if it's wrong, it's okay. We will learn. All right. Okay, someone asked about whether calculator is allowed. Yes, I think for this is all these are tonight what we prepared. These are all the paper 2 kind of question. Okay, so for paper 2, yes, you're allowed to use calculator. Okay, I think I do have quite a lot of you have responded. Okay, I'm going to let's go through this together, right? And explain. it's clearly there's not many of you all know how to do this question. Okay, because from all the answer that you have gave me, there's only one right answer, right? So there are quite a number of you all who didn't got it correct for part A. Okay, so let me just first go through part A, because yeah, we have to settle part A first, right? Yeah, otherwise it will affect your part B. Now let's look at your this question. Okay, I'm going to move this up so that I got the space here. Okay, now if you look at this question, I help you to analyze and to make sense of some of the hint that's given in this question. Now you can see over here that Jack received 15 more token than Ben. Okay. Now every day, right? Every day both of them receive token, but Jack received 15 more. Okay. But at the same time, you notice that Jack also used 9 fewer than Ben. So they both use up some token. And Jack used 9 fewer. Okay. He received more, but yet he spent less. He used up less. So you will see that in each day, right? In one day, what do you think will be the difference in the token that is kept between them, just within one day? Okay, this one 15 more, and then he used up 9 less, right? So actually the difference between the two of them will be 24. Right, this one is plus 15, and then this one is 9 less. Okay, so it's something like this. If I were to illustrate this to you, right? This is 15 more, right? Here is 15 more, and then 9 fewer, right? So 9 fewer is lesser, right? Over here, 9 fewer. So the total difference, okay, each day that they actually kept and that they accumulated will be 24, right? So I'm going to make use of this information. I'm going to note this down. So I will say that for part A, okay, I will say that the difference in token, okay, the difference in token that is kept, okay, for each day, it will be this 15 plus 9, so that gives me 24. Okay, this one everyone agree, right? All the difference between them is 24, right, every day. Now, this is the difference in only one day. So if 2 days, then what happens? It becomes 24. 3 days, you times 3. Am I right? Okay. Now, let's look at after several days. Jack had kept 240 and Ben had kept 120 in total. So in this case here, this information is telling me that the total difference after some days, after several days, I don't know how many days, but I know after some days, the total difference now become, okay, I'm going to write this down, total difference, okay, will be 240 subtract your 120, and that will be 120, right? This will be the total difference, okay? So if you think about it, each day the difference is 24. So if 2 days, then you times 2 become 48. So in this case, if you think along this way, you will have an idea how can you use this information to help you to find already, right? So the number of days, okay, number of days that resulted in this total difference, right? I can just simply take 120 divided by 24, okay? Because one day I will have a difference of 24. So if you do that, okay, and of course calculator can be used here, you divide, then you will get 5. Okay, so answer for part A is actually 5 days. Okay, so those of you who actually give answer as 5, well done. Okay, congrats. Okay, some of you, okay, the rest of you who actually didn't get this answer, I hope you now understand how you should approach part A. Okay, I hope that's clear for everyone. All good? Okay, okay, that's
Can you
great.
share a model for this one?
No, I think it's okay. I think
Okay.
let's continue from here. Okay, so for part B, let's look at part B now. How many tokens did Jack keep each day? Okay, So for this, I see some of you all actually has given me your answer earlier on as well. Okay, you have actually typed in both your answer for part A and part B. And again, there are people who actually give me your working. So I must always, I always want to acknowledge those who give me your working, okay? And someone is actually correct working. So I really appreciate that. All right. So well done. Okay, good. Thanks very much for sharing with me your working. Okay, so for part B, I know some of y'all gave me answer that is like 48, but I also got some who gave me answer like very big number, 360. Okay, as well as other number like, let's see, 40 as well. There are people who give me 40. Okay, so let's see how we should do part B. Now, actually for part B, now that we know from part A, there are 5 days that's involved over here. Okay, they ask you how many tokens did Jack keep each day. Okay, actually it's not very difficult. Okay, in the question, they will tell you Jack had already kept what? 240 tokens in total, right? So if I want to know how many did he kept each day, okay, since I know total, he already kept 240. And this take him how many days? 5 days. So the token, right, that Jack kept each day, all right, okay, put equal here, will be just simply 240 divided by 5 days, right? 240 over the 5 days. Okay, so over the 5 days, that means each day he will have kept 48. If you take 240 divided by 5. Okay, so those who give me answer as 48, okay, I believe you will have done this. Okay, so that's correct. So for the rest of you who give me some other answer, okay, I hope now you understand how you should actually interpret the information given, or rather the hint given in the question, and to then solve this question. Okay? Okay, everyone, okay? I'm going to leave this for a short while, okay, for every one of you to, for those of you who didn't get the answer correct, to have a chance to maybe write this down or take a screenshot, okay? Then we can move on to the next question. Okay, can I hope everyone is okay now. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Okay, some of y'all say that you just joined because you just came back from some tuition. Okay, no worries. Okay, you can still yeah, welcome. So please join us. So we have just finished the first question. We are now moving on to question number 2. For those who just joined, okay, please refer to question number 2 of your of the worksheet that you have. Okay, question number 2 is data analysis question. So for this question here, let's look at what is given to us. So it says that a container was 2/5 filled with water at first. Okay, 2/5. Okay, 2/5 filled with water. And after 5 minutes, a tap was turned on to fill the water in the container at a constant rate. So if you look at the graph over here, I think it gel, right? It makes sense. So after 5 minutes, the first 5 minutes, the tap wasn't turned on, right? So it's flat. So after 5 minutes onwards, then there's a straight line, right? So it is a constant rate. Yeah. So we expect a straight line, right? Constantly increasing all the way. Okay. Until here, over here, right? About until 30 minutes. Okay. So let's look at part A. So based on this information and also information that's given in the graph, so let's find part A. Find the capacity of the container. Okay. So that's what you're asked to do. Part B, they ask you how many liters of water flow into the container each minute. That means per minute, right? Per minute. How many liter of water flow into the container? And then last part, it says after 30 minutes, that means over here, after this 30 minutes, how many more minutes would it take for this container to become 9/10 full? Okay, 9/10 full. So then you leave your answer. Okay. So if it's your answer, you say leave it as a mixed number. Okay. So let's try. Okay. So everyone, can you all try this question and see whether you are able to pick up some of the information that is given? Okay. So those of you who just join us, okay, you're welcome to attempt the question and see whether you get the answer correct. So there are altogether three parts. Okay, so y'all can give me your answer for all the three parts when you're done. Okay. Okay, some of you has given me your answer for part A. Okay, can. Well, some have given me answer for all the three parts. Okay, no worries. Okay, no need to rush. Okay. This is a practice session, right? So try your best to see whether you can get the answer correct. Okay. Hmm. Okay, I think for this question, I can see that many of you have give me the same answer, and many of you I think got it correct. Okay, so I think looks like this question is not too bad. Okay, quite well done. But of course, I still see some answer that's a bit different. So for part A, for example, right, many of you gave me answer is 500. Okay, but I do see some other answer like for part A, I think it's like 350. Okay, then I think for part C, I also got some answer that is 16 and 2/3, but then I also got some answer that is like 100. Okay, so I still have some different answer that comes in. And part C, some also gave me answer that is 1/3. Okay, 1/3. Okay, so part B, some of you gave me answer is 10. Hmm. Okay, part C, I also got 25 minutes. Okay, 25 minutes. Okay. Although I have many people give me answer for part A as 500, but I also have some that give me 550, 550. Okay. But I think on the whole, I think this question is a bit better, more well attempted, because I can see got more people getting it correct. But I accept there's still a handful of you all who give different answer. Okay. Okay, can, no problem. Let me see. There's some more answer that just came in. Part C, 12.5. Okay, 12.5. Okay. Part C, 8 and 1/3. 8 and 1/3. Okay. Now I'm starting to have even more answer coming in. So I think many of you all have just managed to complete this question. So that's why I see many answers start coming in. Part C, 630. Now I have more and more different answer. Okay, as some of you all has finished attempting. Okay, I start to see more and more different type answer. Part C, I also got 75. Okay, 75. Hmm. Okay, no worries. Okay, I think it's good that many of you are actively participating in this question. Okay, so let me go through this question together and help everyone to learn, okay? Especially those of you who gave a slightly different answer. Now, this question here, the first part, okay, many of you all has given me the right answer, but I do have some different answer as well. This container contains 2/5 filled with water at first. Now, 2/5 at first is what? Actually, the question didn't tell you what is the amount, but the information is actually hidden in the graph. So from the graph, you can see that initially the volume of water is 200, right? 200 liter. So sometimes in this kind of question, not all the not all the information are given in the text. Okay, it can be found in the diagram or in the graph. So you must look at everything, right, in order to pick up all the suitable answer, suitable information. So for part A, let me just write this down. Right, so in the case for part A, you will see that from the information, you will know that 2/5, okay, of your container, right, is actually 200 liter. So clearly you will know 1/5 of your container will be 100, right? 2/5 is 200, so 1/5 divided by 2 will be 100. So if I want to know the capacity of the container, just simply 5/5, right? One whole, right? 5/5 of your container. So that will give you 100 liters times 5. So 500 liters, okay? So those of you who gave answer like 550 or 350, okay? So I hope you understand how we should work it out already, okay, for part A. Okay, so that's for part A. Now, let's look at part B. Now, the question asks you how many liters of water flow into the container each minute. Okay, so from the graph, okay, you can see that from the 5 minute onwards, that's where water start flowing in. Okay, so that's why it's increasing all the way from 5 minutes to 30 minutes. So over a period of time of how many minutes? 25, right? 30 minus 5, right? From 5 minutes to 30 minutes, that's 25 minutes. So that is the duration. Okay, so, and of course, during this period, the water increased from how many? From 200 liters all the way increased until 350. Okay, so just to make it clear for everyone, I'm going to write this down. So in this case here, I would say that, from 5 minutes to 30 minutes, okay, the increase in volume will be equal to 350 minus 200. So that will be 150 liter. Okay. So time taken, like what we mentioned, will be 30 minutes minus the 5 minutes. Okay, so that is your 25 minutes. So I want to know what is the flow rate, right? The how many liter flow into the container per minute. Okay, so per minute, that is your flow rate. So that will be equal to okay, I just write down amount of water per minute. So that will be your 150 liter. You divide by the 25. Okay. So that will give you 6 liter per minute. Okay, so part A is 500, part B is 6 liters per minute. Okay, now let's look at part C. After 30 minutes, I want to know how many more minutes will it take for the container to continue to fill with water until it's 910, right? 910 full. So after 30 minutes, I will continue to fill the water at the same rate. So how long will it take, right, to reach this capacity? So to do that, okay, what we can do is I will need to know when it's 910 full, what exactly is the amount of water we are looking at? Okay, I want to know that. So volume of water at 910, right? 910, okay lah. I would say that is amount of water at 910 filled. Okay, filled. Okay, so that will be equal to, I will take 910 multiply by, because from part A, I know that the full capacity of the container is 500. So I can able to find, right? I times 500, I will be able to know at 910, the capacity will be 450. Okay, but at 30 minutes, the volume is already at 350. So that means the increase in volume, right, beyond the 30 minutes, increase in volume will be 450 minus the 350. So that will be an increase of 100 liters. Okay, that means beyond the 30 minutes, right? To reach 910 field, okay, it will increase by another 100 liter. So because I know from part B what is the rate of the water that's coming in, so I can therefore know the time, because every minute I have 6 liters of water coming in. Okay, so in order for 100 liters to be filled, okay, based on 6 liters per minute, I will be able to find the time taken. So in this case here, the time taken, okay, I'll just simply take 100 divide by the 6. Okay, so that's how I get 16 and 2/3. Okay, 16 and 2/3 minute. Okay, so because the answer asks for as a mixed number, right? So in this case, they ask you how many more minutes. So you can leave your answer as minute. Okay, but in this case here, you can just leave it as a mixed number. Okay, so answer is 16 and 2/3, right? Which I see quite a number of you all give me this answer. Okay, so that's correct. Okay, so good job. Okay, for many of you who actually got this correct. For those of you who didn't get this correct, okay, it's okay. I hope you learn. Okay, and do notice some of you all, I think you have converted it to second probably. Okay, you didn't leave your answer as minute. So you must also pay attention to the unit given here. Okay, so whatever the unit, you must make sure you have to follow the question. Okay, you don't change to some other unit. All right, can everyone? I hope this is clear for everybody now. Okay, especially those of you who didn't get this answer correct. Okay, can, good. Okay, thanks for the response. All right, so that's for this question number 2. Now let's move on to question number 3. Okay, so those of you who haven't tried the question, so please turn to next page and look at question number 3. Okay, anyone need to take a screenshot of this working? Okay, if you need to, can you just do it now? Okay, before I move up to the next question. Okay, wait, let me just position it. Okay, can those of you who need to take a screenshot? Okay, can Okay, I have a question here that asks, but you don't know why you have to take 450 minus 350. Okay, so let me explain again over here, this last part, okay, for the benefit of the student who asked this question. Now, the question asks you, right, for the how long will it, how many more minutes will it take for the container to reach 910, to be 910 filled, right? So that's after 30 minutes. So can you see at 30 minutes, the volume is 350. Am I right? Where my this cursor is. So after 30 minutes, I continue to let the tap run. So they're asking you how long will it take? So I noticed that, I have found that when it's 910 filled, the volume is actually 450 over here. Okay. So that's why I know that to reach 910 filled, I must have a volume of 450. So that's the reason why I will take 450 minus the 350 to know what is the additional amount of volume for it to reach 910 filled. Okay, so that's the reason why I take 450 minus 350. Okay, is that clear for you now? Okay, can. Now you understand, Okay, can. Thanks for your reply. Okay, so that helps, Okay, good. So let's now move on to question number 3. Okay, so question number 3, we have this tank that is made out of 2 cuboid, okay, as illustrated over here. Now the bottom cuboid has a square base, with length of 8 cm, and the height is actually 6 cm, okay, as given here. Now the top cuboid, on the other hand, has got a length of 12 cm and a width of 8 cm. And the height in this case is 10 cm. Okay, so 2 cuboid of slightly different size. Now this is a tank and then it's empty and it's now filled with water at a constant rate of 48 centimeter cube per minute. So the question asks for how long will it take for the water level to reach 12 centimeter? Okay, so that means your this tank is this kind of shape. Okay, a bit of a a bit weird of a the kind of shape, not okay, whereby it consists of these 2 cuboid. Okay, bottom is a small cuboid, the upper part is a bigger cuboid. Okay, so imagine the water coming in and then the water level go up, go all the way, go until 12 cm, 12 cm high. So how long will it take? Okay, so that's what the question is asking. Okay, I hope it's not too difficult for this question. I think it's still quite doable. So those of y'all who have tried, please feel free to put in your answer for me and see whether what do you get. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Wow, some of y'all early celebration of National Day. Give me your national flag. Okay, let me see. Okay, I have different answer that comes in. Okay, I got answer that's 20 minutes. I got answer that is 336. Okay, 336. I got 20. I got 8 minutes. Okay, I got 8 minutes. I got 20 minutes. Quite a number of y'all give me 20 minutes. Okay. Some of y'all say that I'm confused halfway, and then you don't know. Okay. Okay. Don't worry. Read the question again, and then sometimes by reading the question again, it will help you to become clearer. Okay. So it's okay. Don't worry. If you feel a bit confused, don't give up. Okay. Yeah, give it a try. Yeah, I know many of you are having National Day celebration tomorrow, right? Okay. So enjoy. Okay. I'm sure it should be a nice celebration. Okay, let's see what other answer do you have. 24 minutes. Okay. I also got different answer. 24. All right. Can. Okay. I think this question, I think quite many of you all get the answer correct. Okay. Now let's go through, okay, for the benefit of some of you who didn't get it right, okay, because I still see some answer that comes in that is not correct. Okay, so for this question here, from the diagram, you can see quite clearly, right? These two cuboid, they all have the same width, right? Because the bottom one is a square, right? 8 cm, here also 8 cm. Okay. So in any case, this water level, when you go all the way up to 12 centimeter high, you will see that actually the bottom cuboid will have been completely filled, correct? And then it will start to fill up the upper cuboid. So in this case here, the volume of your bottom cuboid, right? The bottom cuboid, when it's fully filled, what will be the volume? Okay, let's write down. Volume of your bottom cuboid. Okay, so that will be equal to 8 multiplied by 8 multiplied by 6, right? Because fully filled. So that will give me, from your calculator, I believe you should get 384 cm cube. Okay, that's for your this bottom cuboid. So it will continue to fill up. Now, since this one is 6 cm, it continues to fill all the way to 12 cm, right? That means for the upper cuboid, it will go up by another 6 more cm. Correct? Okay. So the height, okay, just write down for you. Height of water in the upper cuboid. Okay, will be the balance, right? Because 6 cm already fill up here. So it go up to 12 cm. So I minus 6. So I should have 6 cm, right? So therefore, I can find the volume of water in your upper cuboid. Okay. So that will be let's see, let me see what's the question. It said 12 by 8, right? Okay. So 12 multiplied by 8 and then multiplied by 6, right? Because the height of water in the upper cuboid is 6. Okay, so from here I can see that this is going to give me a value of, if you use a calculator, you get 576. Okay, centimeter cube. So with that, okay, let me shift up. So with that, I can now add up the total volume. Okay, I take the 384 plus 576. So that will give me 960. Okay. So I see some of you all gave me the working just now in the chat. Okay. So thanks for that. Okay. Thank you very much. I see you're working. So you got also the same 960. So as a result, with that, I can now find the time taken. Right. In order for water to reach this height, the corresponding volume that we have calculated is actually 960 cm cube. So from here, I can now find the time taken. Okay, I just simply take 960 divide by 48. Okay, because the water is being filled at the rate of 48 centimeter cube per minute. So every minute, 48 centimeter cube. So if I take this total divided by 48, I will get 20 minutes. Okay. So, okay. Well done to many of you who give me the answer as 20 minutes. You have done it correctly. Okay, for those of you who give me the other answer, okay, which is not right, okay, I hope you are now clearer, okay, you understand how this is being done. All right. Okay. So with that, I will let the teacher, Emily, to take you through for the next question. Okay. So I will stop share here. Okay, but before that, everyone okay? Anyone need to take a screenshot? You do it now. Okay, before I pass over to teacher Emily. Okay, oh, okay, because I see some of you all give me answer 21 minutes. Okay, or and also at 28 minutes. Okay, so those of you who didn't get this answer, okay, I hope It's okay now, everyone? Can, everyone? Okay, so Ken, I'm going to stop share. Then I will pass over to teacher Emily. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Emily. So today I'll walk you through question 4 and question 5. So question 4 is a logical reasoning question. So logical reasoning can come in any kind of form. It can come in triangles, can come in any topics. So today we're going to do a model drawing. So maybe I give you like 1-2 minutes to draw first. Can you try the question first now? Like, can you draw? Maybe let's just try 1 minute drawing this question. Okay, then once you're done with the logical reasoning, then you can key in your answer first. Okay, so I need to emphasize for false and not possible to tell. False, you have evidence and then you can make a calculation. Not possible to tell usually doesn't come with evidence. So let's you can't tell and then not sufficient evidence. So there's a very thin line between false and not possible to tell. Okay, so if you have an answer and the answer is incorrect, then you have to pick false. Okay, so we have some answers coming in. Just wait for a while for them to come in first. Okay. So, okay, there's quite a few that comes in here. Okay, so maybe we can just go through this question. So Ken had $27 more than Ethan at first. Then Ken gives some of the money to Ethan. Then after that, Ethan had $9 more than Ken. So how many? So first one, Ken give Ethan 1/3 of the difference between their amount at first. Okay, so first one, what do you get? There's a lot that get, there's some that get false. Okay, there's some of them that's false, and then if your answer, you can key in the system for us, key in the group chat for us, so you can just take a look. Okay, so maybe just start with the drawing for your just stay here for a while first. Okay, so this is the one that you have before. Just keep there a bit. Okay. So this is the Ken and this is the Ethan. So Ken has how much more money than Ethan? $27 more. Okay, so this is $27 more. Okay. After he gives some money, so Ethan has now $9 more than Ken. So Ethan has now $9 more. So this is the after. So we draw a model as well. So my Ethan now has $9 more than Ken. So Ethan has some money. Okay, that's more than Ken. So roughly I just draw like that. Okay, roughly I just draw like this. Okay, and this one here is $9. Okay, so in the end, this is the one, the second model is the one in the end. Okay, so for this question, so when we do it, right, we need to take reference of the one before. So you see the one before here, this one here, let me show you this one here, the red color one here. This is the red color one. And then we have this purple color 27. Okay, so if my red color is the same as before here, if this is the one that these two are the same as these two, then this one should be the purple one. Okay, so PSLE questions are no longer more straightforward. Some of them you need to take reference from the one before. So in this case, it's slightly a bit trickier. So I take reference from the one before. Okay, if these two are the same, then this has to be the same as this. So this is 9, then this has to be 9, and this has to be 9 as well. Okay, so first one, part A. part A is asking. So they can give Ethan 1/3 of the difference in their 1/3 of the difference between their amount at first. 1/3 of their difference is $9. So did he give $9 away? Okay, so Ken at first has 27. In the end, he has 9. So he has given away this $18. This is the one that gave away. Okay, so we use a model to draw. Okay, so answer is false. So you see, I did a calculation through a model and I got a certain answer that is false. So not possible to tell usually comes with not enough evidence and you can't tell. So there's a thin line just now I say. Second one, part B, the total amount of money that they had remained the same after the transfer. So we know that transfer of units, the total is the same. So they are testing you whether you can differentiate these as total unchanged. Okay, total unchanged. Okay, so transfer of units, the total before and after should remains the same. So this one clearly is true because it's testing you on a concept. Okay, next one, C. Okay, Ethan has at least $20 at first. This is the one that we need to understand here. They says that how much money did Ethan have at first? Do you have at least $20? So we don't know this red color portion here. So since we don't know this red color portion here, we are unable to tell this number here. So we have not enough evidence. So answer should be not possible to tell. Okay, answer should be not possible to tell. So this question is a very similar question that is being drawn from one of the years. Okay, so it's a very similar one where you use model to illustrate it and then compare the model to get the answer itself. So we need to compare the first model and after. Okay, so there's one of them say they don't understand. So when I first draw, I draw the one before and I draw the one after. Because the one before they says you have 27 more for Ken, and then the one after they says that Ethan has 9 more. So when I start off with this one here. When I start off with this. I'll just draw it again. When I start off with this. In order for me to compare, I know that the red color one has to be the same. So I cut away the red color one from here. Then this part here has to be equals to 27. So since this is already 9, then these two has to be 9 each as well. Okay, so I think I colored it a bit too much, so I just erased it away. Okay, so this is a model illustration to get the answer itself. How do you know whether the red color portion is the same? Because, okay, that I draw this one first. Let's draw on the top one more time again. So this one at first is, this is the Ken here. Let me just draw for you again. This is Ken, this is Ethan. So this is 27. 27 now. Then this is Ken and this is Ethan. So the second model, when I draw, I don't know how to draw, right? But I know that Ken has gained something what? Ethan has gained something. So Ethan should be longer than this, am I correct? Because they say what? You give something to Ethan, what? So Ethan has something, gained something. So when I draw off Ethan, I draw like this. This is the one here, and Ethan gained something. Am I right? So this is the one, the red color one. Ethan gained something. Right? Okay, and then Ethan has 9 more than Ken, what? So I draw this like that. Have I answered your question? How is this red color? Can you use this method for all type of questions? You can use it for questions that is slightly more trickier, I feel. Okay, because some questions now PSLE no longer, as I say, not so straightforward. So it does come in a bit of a tricky part. So just now I answered that child question. So this is the one red color one. From here, you give to Ethan what? So obviously Ethan has to gain more, right? So I have to have a purple color here. Then Ethan has 9 more than Ken. So Ken should be having a slightly lesser one. Then here, this is the one red color one. So have I answered your question? Is this year going to be harder? Is this year going to be harder based on questions? I can't answer you this. We are well prepared. Then we can answer most of the questions, right, teacher, right? Okay, then next one, we are at question number 5. So I've answered all the questions, right? The red color portion one. Can you reply me whether I've answered you? The red color model. Most of you can understand? Can? So you can understand the red color portion one. Okay, so I move on to question number 5. Okay, question 5. Okay, thank you. Okay, question 5. We have a number pattern question. So number pattern question comes in different type of, I would say, different type of questions. Some of them will have a model, some of them with numbers, then some of them will have a table. Then this one here will come with a row of numbers. How do you know this? How do you know straight this is 1/3? Which one is it? Sorry, answer one more question. How do you know straight that this is 1/3? Which one is 1/3? Which one are you talking about is 1/3? Because they're asking you calculate here this 1/3, calculate this 1/3 of 27 is 9. So have I answered your question? Okay, or else we come back to your question shortly later on, Ken? Okay. Number 5, can you try number 5 for me first now? Okay, maybe you can just take a minute to try the question first. Then we go through the question together. Okay, you can just take a minute or so to try the question. Okay, then once you've done the first two, first part A and part B, you can also just type in the group chat for us. Okay, we have a part A, part B answer coming in. So maybe just go through together part A, part B. So each row contain more than one number than the previous row. So find the number of the numbers in the 10th row and then find the first number of the row is 67. Find the last number of the row. So we just go through the pattern itself first. Okay, so this is row 1, this row 1, this is row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5, and row 6. Okay, all these rows. So find all the numbers in the first 10 rows. So to find the number in the 10 rows, all the number, I go through this part here. Okay, so this is the last number. Okay, so we observe this one here. So what is this one here? Plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5, plus 6. This is plus 6. Okay, so I need to go and get the last number itself. So row 10, it should be plus, plus, plus until, so it's 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5, plus 6, plus 7, plus 8, plus 9, plus 10. Because I plus 6 to get to the 6th row. So I should add 10 to get to the 10th row. So in this case here, we use the rainbow method here. So first number and the last number add together is 11. So this one here add together is also 11. So there are 5 groups of 11. This will give me 55. Okay, so this will give me 55. Okay, so I know that on the 10th row, the last number is 55. Okay, last number is 55. So what does it start with? What does it start with? Of course, you can list down here like this and work backwards 10 numbers. But I'll get the 9th row last number first. So what's the 9-row last number? Just take away this one here, right, to get the 9-row last number. So this one here should be 45. Okay, when it is 45, the first number here should be 46. And there should be 10 numbers here. So 46 plus 47 plus 48 plus 49. So you can use a calculator question. Usually this is the paper 2 question where you can use a calculator. So we just add them up together. Okay, you get this number here. Okay, so most of you get it right. So this is 505. This is 505, huh? Okay, then now we are looking at part B. Okay, so now we are looking at part B, yeah? So part B, majority of you also key in the answer, right? Some of you key in, yeah, majority got it right, but I think got 1 or 2 still get it short of 1. Okay, so maybe you didn't miss the 1 or minus the 1. Let me just go through this part B here. So the first number here is equals to 67. This first number here is 67. This first number. They are telling us that this first number here, I use yellow color, and this first number here, I don't know whether right. Okay, this first number here is 67. Okay, so I must look at the first row then. Let's look at the first row. Plus 1, this is plus 1, then plus 2, this one, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5. Okay, plus until we get 67. So you see, notice the plus 1, plus 2, plus 3. This one plus 1, plus 2, plus 3. All these are the intervals, correct? Because I want 1 plus 1 equals to 2, what? 2 plus 2 equals to 4. So all these are called the intervals. So we need to go and look for the intervals first and get the closer one. So I use 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So I add, okay, to get the closer one, plus 5 plus 6. So I know that just now I plus until 10 to get 55 already, right? Plus until 10. This 55 plus 11, I should get what? 66. So this is the one here, sum of all the intervals. Okay, so my digit here is 1. I plus all the intervals to get 67. So this is 66. So I must use 1 plus what to get 67, correct? So my first number will get 67. This is the one that I calculate here. This is the sum of all the intervals. Okay, so which is the number for this here? Which is the number for this here? So it's 11 intervals, so should be on the 12th row. Because I calculate 11 intervals here. Just like there's 5 intervals and it's on the 6th row. See, this is the 5 interval, you got 6th row. So if this is 11 intervals, it should be on the 12th row. So at 12 rows, it should have 12 numbers here. 12 numbers. So find the last number of the row. So 12 row, correct? Okay, then now we know that there should be 12 numbers here. So we start at here, 67. This is 67. 67 is the first number, then 68, then 69. Right? So again, we count these again. So this is 1 interval, 2 interval. So altogether, you should have 11 intervals because got 12 numbers. So there should be 11 here. So 67 plus 11. So this will give me 78. So I noticed that some of you have 77 and 79. So maybe you miscount by 1. Okay, so this is the one that you need to be more careful. All right. I think I have 9 messages here. Okay. Okay. Some of you don't understand the interval method. Maybe I just go through a quick one again. So I go through part A first. So in some of the questions for number patterns, right? It is very common for us to use intervals. So it is very important to know how to calculate with intervals. Okay, first one here. So can I go through first? Okay, so first one, part A, they ask, what is the sum of all the numbers in 10 rows? Okay, so in 10 rows is here. In 10 rows, there should be 10 numbers here. Correct? In 10 rows, there should be 10 numbers here. Right? Okay, so let's just go through this. I need to go and look for the last number. What is the last number? This number here. What's the last number? Okay, so this one here is what? Plus 2, plus 3, plus 4. You see? 1 plus 2 equals to 3. Then 3 plus, this one here, 3 plus 3 equals to 6. Then 6 plus 4 equals to 8. So it's 1 plus all these intervals add together in order to get this 21. So same thing here. This is the 1, the first number. This is the first number. First number. The one that I'm going to highlight now is all the intervals. Okay? So you get to the last number here, which is 55. So on the 10th row, you get 55. So if you're looking on the first number of the 10th row, okay, so you need the last number of the 9th row first because it just plus 1 what? If you think this is complicated, then you count 10 numbers behind. You see, I have this number here already, right? Then you count 10 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you add back, you write down all these numbers, then you add together to get 505. Then you don't need to write down the 45. If you think that this 45 is very hard to get, then you just write 1 plus this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like that. You count 10 numbers and then add it up together. So then you save one step. All right, Ken? So that one will save one calculation for you. Okay, next one. Part B. Okay, so part B, the first row, the first number of a row is 67. Find the last number of the row. So in order to find the last number of the row, you need to know which row is it. So in order to know which row is it, again, we need to look at the interval. So just now I was looking at this one here. This is the part. Okay, I will just erase it away. Okay. This is the part here. So this is plus 1. This one here is what? Plus 2. This one here is plus 3. This one here is plus 4. This one here is plus 5. So all these are the intervals. Okay, so all these are the intervals. So you need to add all the intervals up together. These all the intervals. All the intervals add up together, which is this part here. All the intervals add up together, and you get 66. Correct? 66. But this 66 is not the number, it's the sum of all the intervals. You need to add the first number in order to get this actual number, which is 67. So the first number is 67. First number is 67. Then find the last number of the row. So if you think this is very complicated, then you just list down 12 numbers here, 70, 71, then write down until 78. If the second part here, you think that writing down the intervals is very complicated, then you just list down 12 numbers here. PSLE also accept this down. So you just list down 12 numbers, then you can get to this answer. Okay, so you minimize your intervals question here. All right, Ken? Okay, so then I pass the next one to Michael. Okay, Michael, take over.
Okay, thank you, Emily. Yeah, I'll go through with you all for question 6, okay? Okay. So now let's look at question 6. Did anyone manage to try question 6? Okay, if you manage to try question 6, you can just type in your answer in the chat. Okay, you don't type in the Q&A because if you type Q&A, I will not be able to see your answer, okay? So if you want me to see your answer, you just type in the chat. Okay, let's see. Okay, I can see some with correct answer. Yeah, some of you, your answer is not correct. Okay. Okay, so for this question here, okay, sometimes when I do math question, I like to put in some imaginary numbers to make me understand better. Okay, so for this question, what I know is, okay, Megan and Ryan, they have the same amount of money at first. Then after that, both of them spend $72 to buy some pencils. And Megan has a 20% discount. Okay, so like I said just now, okay, I like to use some imaginary numbers. Okay, let's say this is an example. Okay, for example, if let's say Ryan, okay, let's say the cost of one pencil is $5. Okay, so if Ryan spend $5 on each pencil, how much do you think Megan will spend? Can you type in the chat? If Megan has a 20% discount, if let's say Ryan spend $5, or each pencil costs $5. Okay, if the price of one pencil is $5, then Megan, yeah, correct. I can see a lot of you type in $4. Very good. Okay, that means with the 20% discount, Megan will be buying the same pencil at $4. Okay, so if let's say for example, okay, if both have $20, can you tell me, Ryan, how many pencils can he buy? If both of them, each one have $20 each, how many pencils will Ryan buy and how many pencils will Megan buy? Okay, I see a lot of you put down, okay, Ryan will be 4 pencils and Megan will be 5 pencils. Correct, this is the answer that you type for me. Okay, so right now, what we know is, okay, the ratio of Ryan to Megan. Okay, Ryan will be 4, Megan will be 5. That means for every 4 pencils that Ryan buy, Megan will be able to buy 5. All of you agree with this part? Okay. So right now, the difference between them is actually 1 unit. Correct? So from the question, you know that Megan is able to buy 9 more pencils. So in another word, that means 1 unit will be 9 pencils. And you are going to find how many pencils did Ryan buy. That means for part A, okay, Ryan has 4 units. So for Ryan, it will be 4 times 9 pencils. And so for Ryan will be 36 pencils. So far, any problem for part A? You all managed to understand? Okay, then part B will be even more simpler. Okay, how I know Ryan is 4 units? Because from this portion here, Okay, I know that for every 4 pencils Ryan buy, Megan is 5, right? So this is how I get the ratio. Okay. Okay, for part B, okay, I know that Ryan buy 36 pencils and they spend $72. Okay, so each pencil will be $72 divided by 36 pencils. Okay, so the cost of each pencil will be $2. Okay, then for part C, okay, how much discount did Megan receive for each pencil? Okay, I know that each pencil is $2. That means the discount will be 20% of $2. And this is 40 cents. Okay. So I have seen some of you managed to give the 3 answers all correct. Okay, which is 36. Then part B is $2. And part C is 40 cents. Okay, so I give you about 1 minute for you to take a screenshot or to copy it down before I go on. Why Ryan is 4 but Megan 5? Because for every 4 pencils that Ryan buy, Megan can buy 5. Because Megan has a 20% discount. Okay? Okay, so now let's move on to the next question. Okay, question 7. Okay, Isaac, if you don't want to imagine the number, you can also. Because I imagine the number to make it simpler, what you can do is, okay, you can just take 100% divide by Megan will be paying for 80%. And this will give you 1.25. So what it means will be for every 1 pencils that Ryan buy, Megan can buy 1.25 pencil. Okay. So in the end, you will still have this ratio of 4 and 5. Okay, so I use this imaginary number here to help you understand better. That's all. Okay, will this work if you assume each pencil is $10? Okay, so if you assume each pencil is $10, you can also. Okay, the reason why I use $20 is because $20 is the LCM of $4 and $5. Okay, yeah, you can actually. Okay, let's look at question 7. Okay, actually, we are not assuming this ratio that we get here, the 4, this one here, this is a real ratio for this question. Okay. Okay, let's look at question 7. Okay, so we have these 3 persons, Alice, Ryan, and Manson. Okay, they have enough money to buy 2 cameras. Okay, so if Alicia want to buy 3 cameras by herself, she will need another $1,080. Okay, let me draw the model for this part here first. That means for Alicia, okay, so this is for one camera. Okay, so if Alicia want to buy 3 camera, she will need another $1,080. Let's say this portion here, this one is $1,080. Okay, let me change a different color. Okay, let me shade this part here. Okay, so this red shaded part is the amount of money that Alicia has. Okay, that means if she want to buy 3 cameras, she will need another $1,080. Then for Ryan, okay, if Ryan want to buy 1 camera, he will need another $240. So for Ryan, okay, this is 240. And this is the amount that Ryan have. Okay, so if you want to buy 1 camera, he will need another $240. Then for Manson, okay, if you want to buy 2 camera, he will need another $600. Okay, so for Manson here, okay, so if Manson want to buy 2 camera, he will need another $600. Okay, so like I said just now, the red color shaded part, this is the amount of money that the 3 people have. Okay, so right now if you look at the model, how many cameras in total do I have? I have Alicia is 3, Ryan is 1, and Manson I have 2 cameras here. Correct? That means the total number of cameras that I have in the model here is 6 cameras. Okay, and I know that the amount of money that these 3 persons have is only enough for 2 identical cameras. Okay, maybe how we know 1,080 is more than 1 camera, because it was mentioned in the question. If she want to buy 3 cameras, she will need another 1,080. Okay, I didn't say that 1,080 is more than 1 camera. Actually, I don't know how much is it. I just draw it. Okay, so I know that the red color portion is representing 2 cameras. That means the unshaded portion will be 4 cameras. Okay, so the cost of 4 cameras will be 1,080 plus 240 plus 600. Okay, and this will give me 1,920. So this will be the cost for 4 cameras. So 1 camera will be 1,920 divided by 4, and that is $480. Okay, how that is the cost for 4 cameras? If you look at my model total, there are 6 cameras, right? Because Alicia is three cameras, Ryan is 1 camera, and Maggie is, Manson is 2 cameras. Okay. And from the question, okay, I know that these 3 persons has enough money to buy 2 cameras. So the red color portion is 2 cameras. So the unshaded portion will be 4 cameras already. Okay. So for Ryan, okay, the amount that Ryan have is 480 because 1 unit is 480 minus 240. So Ryan has $240. Okay, then the camera bag. Okay, you know that the camera bag memory card is 1/3 as much as the camera bag. If I draw my model, it will look something like this. That means the memory card, this is the camera bag. Memory card will be 1 unit, and camera bag will be 3 units. And this whole thing here is $240. Okay, so to find the camera bag, I will take 240 divided by 4 times 3. And this is equals to $180. Okay. Okay, I give you 1 minute for you to take down before I go to the next question. Okay, let's go to question 8. Okay, Brandon and Ethan have some money each. So if Brandon gives 20% of his money to Ethan, then Brandon will have $90 less than Ethan. Okay, so if Brandon gives 40% of his money to Ethan, Brandon will have $210 less than Ethan. Okay, so 20% is actually equals to 1/5. Okay. For those who have not finished with 7, you just hold on for a while. Okay. Later I just move back for you after I finish this question. Okay. So 20% will be equals to 1/5. And what it means will be this Brandon actually give 1/5 of his money to Ethan. Okay. If I draw my model, it will look something like this. That means after he gave the money to Ethan, okay, this one is Brandon and this one is Ethan. Okay, so at first Brandon will be 5 units. So after he give away 1 unit, Brandon will be left with 4 units. Okay, and he will have $90 less than Ethan. Okay, this will be for case 1. That means the first scenario here. Then for the second scenario, okay, Brandon gives 40% of his money to Ethan. Brandon will have $210 less than Ethan. Okay, so 40%, which you all know will be 2/5. Okay. That means Brandon give away 2 of his units. Okay, so this is case 2. That means my model, okay, Brandon, after giving away 2 units, Brandon will be left with 3 units. Okay, so this is Brandon, this is Ethan. And now Ethan will be $210 more than Brandon. So far for these 2 models, you all can understand? Okay. So because for this case, this is an internal transfer, where it's a transfer from Brandon to Ethan only. That means the total amount between these 2 of them, they are the same. Okay. So what I can say is, okay, for case 1, 4 unit plus 4 unit plus $90 is actually equals to 3 unit plus 3 unit plus $210. So far okay, right? Okay. So if I add up 4 unit plus 4 unit will be 8 units plus $90 will be equals to 6 units plus $210. Okay. So right now I shift the units to one side and the numbers to the other side. Okay. So this will end up with 8 unit minus 6 unit is equals to 210 minus 90. Okay. And this will give me 2 unit is equals to 210 minus 90. So this is $120. That means 1 unit will be $60. Okay. Why Brandon and Ethan the same in the model? What do you mean the same? Ethan is more than Brandon. They are not the same. Okay. So the question is asking how much money did Brandon have at first? So you all know that Brandon at first is 5 units. Okay, so 5 units will be $60 times 5. And the answer will be $300. Okay. Yeah, so now you can take down this one first. After that, I move to number 7 for those who have not taken down. Okay, you all just take a screenshot. Okay, done. Okay, we are done there. I move to number 7 for those who need to take the screenshot just now. Okay, so this is for question 7 for those who need to take a screenshot. Okay, yes, for those who have no question, you can go, okay? Okay, I explain the Alicia model again. If you look at the statement here, okay, it says that if Alicia want to buy 3 camera, she will need another $1,080. Okay, so actually for my model, I've drawn 3 cameras. That means this is 1 camera here. I have another second camera here. This is another camera. And this one here, this is another camera. Okay. This portion here is $1,080. Okay. So that's why for Alicia, I have 3 camera. Then this Ryan is actually 1 camera because the question says if Ryan want to buy 1 camera, he will need another $240. Okay, and mention is 2 cameras. Okay. So the total number of cameras in my model, actually there are 6 cameras. So far, okay, have you finished copying number 7? Okay, so I think someone want to see question 8 again. Okay, I move down to question 8 for you to take down. Okay. Yeah, if you have no other questions, then Teacher James, do you have any other things to add?
Okay, yeah, thank you very much, everyone. So I think just now there are still some students asking for the earlier question. So like question number 4 as well as the earlier question 1 to 3. So maybe Emily, you want to show them the question first, okay, before we show the earlier question. Yeah, maybe we show question 4 and 5 first, right? I think there's a request for question number 4.
Question number 4 is here. Sorry, question number 4 is here.
Okay, so those of you who need question number 4, you can take a screenshot here. Okay.
Like this. Then question number 5 is here.
Can everyone got that?
Is it okay? Okay, that's short. Your turn.
Okay, can. So okay, let me show the question number 3. Okay, this is question number 3. Okay, let me move up. Okay, those who need question number 3, you can take a screenshot now. Okay, can. I'm going to move to question number 2, right? Question number 2. Okay, that's question number 2. Those who need it, you can take a screenshot. Okay, and then okay, everyone okay now? Okay, I go to question number 1, right? There's a request for question number 1. Okay, you can take your screenshot here. Can everyone? Okay, I hope everyone got all the screenshot that you need. Okay, so thank you very much, everybody, okay, for joining us for this second session. So I hope everyone has benefited, okay, and I do see some of you all has expressed that you all actually has learned quite a fair bit from tonight's session. Okay, so very good, and I wish you all the best. And for the upcoming weeks, okay, there'll be some more other webinar that we will be conducting. Okay, so the next one that we'll be conducting will be focusing on power codes. Okay, so do look out for the next session. So and do register for that. Okay, so I look forward to seeing all of you all in the subsequent session. Okay, so thank you so much. Okay, for taking the time to join us tonight. Okay, and I wish you all have a good night. Okay, thank you very much.